Today, we are going to talk about procrastination. I know this is a huge issue for many people when they're taking on new projects, when they're starting a new habit of working out, when they're doing anything that is causing resistance. So, are you a master procrastinator? That's the topic of today's show. I'm so glad you're here. If you're here for the first time, this is your place to learn max potential habits to help you thrive in your life and business. My name is Dr. Amanda Barrientes. I'm the founder of NFA Coaching. And the reason for that is because I'm not fucking around with helping you thrive in your life and business. Every week, most every day, I'm here to bring you tips, tools, and strategies to help you transform into a habits master, into a mindset master, into somebody who gets to create the life and business that you want because you're taking the action steps to get there. I've been working a lot on doing research with habits and mindset lately for the online NFA Money Magnet Habits course I'm building, and I'm learning so much, and I'm loving working with my clients and teaching you what I'm learning. And something that came up for me and comes up often with clients is procrastination. And I think it's really important to understand why we procrastinate. What is procrastination? And really what it is that to me, in my mind, there are three reasons that we don't take action. One, it's if whatever it is that you're taking on is not in alignment with your highest values, with your highest genius juice, with your highest path of what you really are intrinsically inspired to do. So when I'm talking about values, I'm talking actually about the study of axiology, where it's your chief aim, it's your driving force, it's what you get up and live for. So if you are noticing yourself not wanting to do something, you're procrastinating, consider whether it's because you're doing something that isn't in alignment with something you actually want to be doing. This sounds really counterintuitive, but it happens all the time. We get injected beliefs we get injected belief systems and ideas from other people that we think that we need to do. So I'll give you one example for myself. When I was building my coaching business, there were a lot of ideas out there, and there's a lot of masterful coaches that I follow, and I'm like, ooh, I need to do that, I need to do that, I need to do that, and that, and that, and that, and that. And then I found myself feeling low energy and not really wanting to do those things. And what I discovered through journaling and self-reflection was that those things weren't actually in alignment with my highest values. I just thought I should be doing them because that's what other successful coaches were doing. But there are many paths to being successful as a coach. So I stepped back and I thought, okay, this isn't in alignment with my highest values. How am I going to pivot? How am I going to shift more toward what is intrinsically inspiring to me so that I'm not having to have that outside force of motivation where I don't really want to do it? So if you're shooting yourself and you're thinking that you need to do something because someone else told you to, you're likely to procrastinate. Two, it's sometimes a lack of clarity. Let's say that you want to take on a project and it's a big project, but you're not taking action, you're procrastinating, and you're holding yourself back from doing anything. It could be that you don't have enough information to take action. So it could be that you're feeling afraid, or that you're feeling afraid because you don't have enough information. It could be that you don't actually know what to do because you don't have enough information. So if this is the case for you, start asking around. Write down some solutions. Go, okay, why am I not taking action? Where do I need more information to take action? Who can I reach out to? Start asking yourself those questions. If you need more clarity, journal. Talk to people. Get out of your own stuck mind and think, okay, I'm not taking action. What's the reason? Is it that it's not in alignment and I'm shooting myself? Is it that it's a lack of clarity? Or number three, is it fear? Fear is a huge driver for all of us. I don't know anyone who doesn't get scared. It's built into our wiring. It's a responsive mechanism to keep us safe. But the interesting thing is that our thoughts create a lot of fears that we actually don't need to be living into, leaning into, worrying about, shaping our lives around. And I think that there's 7 primary fears, and they're in alignment with my 3 pillars, which are personal power, win-win relationships, and money mastery. In the pillar of personal power, I think there's a fear of breaking morals and ethics, thinking I am bad if I do this. Number 2, fear of not being good enough, not intelligent enough, not smart enough, not good looking enough. Number 3, the fear of failure, and alternatively, the fear of success. So this sounds odd, but a lot of people are actually afraid of success. They think if I become that successful, I won't have enough time. I'll lose my identity. There's on and on and on, all kinds of different reasons. But there's also obviously the fear of failure, and we all know this one, I'm sure, very well. We're afraid that if we take something on and we fail, we'll look stupid or we'll feel bad about ourselves. When really failing, the faster you fail, the more you learn, the more masterful you are. Number 4. Under win-win relationships is the fear of rejection. We're very afraid of being rejected, being isolated, being ostracized. Number 5, the fear of losing loved ones or their respect and love. Losing love is huge, right? We all fear this. Number 6, money mastery. The fear of not making enough money. So this is a survival-based threat that a lot of people live by. If we don't have enough money, how will we eat? How will we live? How will we have this house? How will we pay our bills? How will we send our kids to college? And on and on and on. Number 7, the fear of making too much money. So the fear that if you make too much money, this is simultaneous or similar to the fear of success, that you'll appear greedy, selfish, you'll lose your identity, you won't know how to handle it, you don't deserve it. All of those fears are operating in the background. So if you're not taking action, it's either because it's not in alignment with your highest values, number 1. Number 2, could be a lack of clarity, gain clarity. Number 3, fear. If you're not acting out of fear, you're procrastinating out of fear, I want you to do something that sounds so counterintuitive, but I want you to immediately get into action. What's the thing you fear the most? And look to that as a guidepost for what you actually need to do. Because your fears are giving you an indication of areas for growth for you. So if you fear that you're not smart enough, do something that makes you feel stupid. Own it, embrace it. I know this sounds counterintuitive, but the number 1 remedy to overcome fear is to get yourself to take action. So if you're procrastinating, you're sitting there, you're avoiding by looking at Facebook or Instagram, you're watching movies or whatever it is that you're doing to procrastinate. It could even be that you're doing something like going on a run to procrastinate another project. So in your mind, it seems like a healthy procrastination, but you're still having that background emotional noise in that mental space, the voice going, you should be doing this, you should be doing this. So either embrace it and go, okay, I'm gonna run. And acknowledge that you're scared. Go, I'm scared and I'm avoiding, and it's okay. Go on the run, and then when you get back from the run, you take your shower and you go, I'm doing it now. I'm taking one small step. So the fastest, easiest way, it seems counterintuitive, is just to take one small step. What's one tiny thing that you can do to step into the fear and embrace it so that you can get back into action? These are some strategies to help you overcome procrastination and to understand why it's happening. I always think it's really important for people to understand why we're behaving the way that we are. We're complex creatures, and at the same time, we're kind of simple. We operate on our emotions, and if our emotions are driven by fear, we're going to be held back from taking action. So one of the remedies is to take action and try to take strategic action, because you know sometimes there's this I kind of think of it as productive procrastination, where you're doing stuff and you're busy so you think it's productive, but you're actually procrastinating from the thing that would really help you advance in the area that you're trying to advance in or succeed in. So there's some tips for you for today. I hope you have an incredible NFA day where you thrive and feel alive.